Jones comes up with good lefts and rights. Kept on coming in, which is what he's got to do. The referee just asking Jentzen to keep his punches up. Oh, beautiful thumping right from Jentzen.
Now Jentzen's beginning to pick him off at the end of the glove as well.
Yeah, and there's a nice bowler punch there by Jones. Jentzen impresses me where he holds his hand. He's obviously had great intuition.
Oh. Jentzen you're talking about?
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Very correct.
He's looking very, very good.
He's putting together that left rip, left hook well, isn't he? And the jab. Great left hand.
Well, it's this stage of the fight where Jones has got to start working a little bit harder and start taking a few rounds off Jentzen. Those are the ones that are hurting, the body punches. They're the ones he's got to get into, slow him up a bit, break up his rhythm.
They may not hurt in the early rounds, but later in the fight they start to. Great way of slowing a boxer down. The boys just having a little breather in centre ring. Not much left to go in this 5th round. In fact, there is the bell. And we've seen 5 excellent rounds of boxing.
Couldn't ask for more.
Jentzen, I'm amazed. Mark, you have a look at him. The kid looks like he's still sucking the air in. Very, very fit young man.
Yeah, he's breathing deep there. His eyes are still looking very clear.
Yeah.
Laurie Flanders working very hard on Tony Jones. Put the Vaseline on, make it very slippery, hard to hit. I always maintain, Dave, it's better to have a shave before a fight and put the Vaseline, the oil on, and makes it very slippery to hit.
Right,
you know?
right, Mark. Go along with it.
Yeah. You know, rips your skin.
Rips his, and you get all gunsed up there. You know, it's must feel uncomfortable. Oh yeah. They've always been a smooth face anyway, Mark. You'd have no problems, mate. Yeah.
Comments from
really
Mark.
Smoothie. Yeah.
Comments from Mark Jackson and Dave Dargy as we're about to undergo round number 6. Jones on the left. Wilf Jentzen from Victoria on the right, who is certainly letting the world champion know he's got a fight on his hands.
Jones, you better start moving in there to try and make up some lost ground.
Jones has got a lot more work to do than he's done in the first 5 rounds.
I've got him down as being pipped in 3 rounds, 2 even.
Jentzen making that left hand work extremely well.
Oh,
beautiful left, right
combination.
Right on the button. That was savage punches. Jones counters. Getting under a couple there.
And again, Jones is thumped.
Got to pick up the pace a little bit now, Jentzen.
Jones in a bit of trouble in this 6th round, but fights back well. And Jentzen is picking him off magnificently with brilliant left-right combinations.
Getting home. Solid punches on to the side of the jaw, head.
Left, right, back comes Tony Jones, the world champ, in trouble in this 6th round.
In big trouble.
Jentzen putting together some lightning combinations.
Jentzen moving around, showing a lot of ring craft, and there was a nice left hand by Jones over the top. Still anything can happen. Both these fellas have got plenty of strength left, and it only takes one to land when you're at this weight. And can Newsom say good night?
Jones switching his attack to the body, trying to slow Jentzen down.
I think he's working better to the body than he is upstairs.
Yep. Got to try and get underneath that jab of Jentzen. Yep. That's absolutely dynamite.
That's a necessity at this stage, this far into the fight.
Jones is slow to get that head out the way, to be expected after catching so many up there.
I was going to say, even though he'd caught a few, Dave, he still seems to be well in control.
Yeah, he's not, you know, he's quite strong in his legs.
Again, that left jab of Jentzen's working to perfection.
Up there again.
Oh,
good body punch by Jones.
Yes, Jentzen concentrating on the head now.
Jab, jab, jab.
Yep, and getting home.
Jones starting to get marked up around his left eye. Jentzen still holding his hands up around his face, protecting his face. His body's obviously done a lot of work.
Yep. That was that.
Yeah,
Look at that nice bowler punch by
Nice.
Jones then.
and looks strong.
That was the one that
And another
again.
No,
They hurt.
No,
They
Jensen,
do
I
hurt.
felt got under that one.
That was what Laurie Flanders
And
said he would
another one.
expect.
That's
Under
three
again,
bowler
back of the
punches
head.
in a row.
It's back of the head.
Well,
They all hurt those ones.
yep. Well, Jones finished that round very strongly. That was the bowler punch that Laurie Flanders was talking about, that Jones was going to bring in maybe a little later in the fight. But those first three, I really think, caught Jensen on the hop. He wasn't expecting them.
No, well, those first three punches, obviously, he hasn't been trained to catch those sort of punches. He's been catching everything else, Jones, he has been throwing. And those three did definitely land, even though one was a little bit behind the neck. And if Jonesy can pursue that avenue of a punch that can get through, well, I'm sure that this fight might even up a little bit more.
Mate, he'll take as many warnings he can get for hitting behind the back of the neck. But once he's done it, it's done, isn't it?
That's it, it's all over.
You can say, sorry, ref.
Yeah.
I got a couple of crins
You
here.
can't get them back.
Good night, Irene.
It ain't how, it's by how much.
And don't forget all those fans out there. You're going to heaven on Channel 7.
Like your style, mate, like your style.
There's plenty of that.
Round 7. Again, Jensen throwing out the left jab as he's done for most of this fight. What I like about the kid is that he throws the left and follows it up.
And the bowler punches find the
Yes,
work.
not scoring. Inside, too far around the back of the head. Inside of the glove.
Well,
The
Jones,
promoters of Jensen are looking on with a very anxious look.
well, they might. Big bucks have been changing hands in this fight, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
I wouldn't want a piece of the action.
Yeah,
Not that I need it.
what I've heard.
There's a bowler punch. It was
That's
a beautiful
too
bowler
far
punch.
back.
Jones is starting to hit him on the side of the head with those bowler punches. He just doesn't know how to catch those.
Round the right ear, which will be singing a bit from Jensen's point of view. Still got his gloves nice and high, Wilf Jensen.
Oh.
That one missed.
He's catching the...
Got under it beautifully.
He's catching the lefts and rights, the straight lefts and rights without any trouble.
Oh!
Two beautiful punches by Jensen. Strong.
Brilliant punching. Jones
1-2
just smiled.
to the old head again. Poor Jones.
They've got to be hurting, Dave.
Oh, he's got to be feeling.
There's a
They
little-
just, you know,
And Jones has been marked up just under the eye, but just shakes himself loose and relaxes again.
it just fogs up that a little bit more when you catch that kind of punching.
I think if you just break off and give yourself a little bit of rest,
Yeah, use the ring.
Spinks, when he was fighting Holmes, should use the whole ring. No
Good.
need to stand in front of him the whole time.
Oh,
Nice left, landed,
an uppercut.
and a lovely punch by
Jonesy.
Jones.
Right back in it.
Tony
He's
Jones,
right back in this.
Jensen
Right
fighting
this
back.
time. That shook Jensen up. And another one by Jones.
They're hurting.
Jones is starting to come on. He is starting to come on with a bit of strength here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we know Jones is capable of. He's trying that ball.
Oh! Jensen down!
He's dropped in.
Right in front of us.
Jonesy, listen to this. They're going for six.
7,
They're going for
8.
six.
I didn't see it.
That's
Get it back to me.
what you would stop
He's
it.
up. He's up. Can't stop it. Jensen, it's all over.
Yes, for Jones, and it's good to see. Look at that big trophy. I tell you what, they had flat out getting that through the door. Unbelievable.
Wilf Jensen, a game fighter, Mark Jackson. You've got to give the guy credit. He took the fight right up to Jones, but Tony Jones unleashed that bomb of a right that put him down for the count.
Like I said to you, when he started throwing the bowler punch was a big difference, and that's what got him out. Jonesy would have been in trouble if he was just a straight left and right man, but he had that bowler punch that he said he wouldn't use till the 5th round, and that absolutely...
It was that left that did it. As Mark Jackson told you, he set it up with those overhand rights, 3 or 4 of them in the previous round, and then he hit him with a left that put him down for the count.
And there's no second places, and Jensen would be very, very upset with himself. Although the boy put up a good showing, he just didn't know what Jones had to offer.
He beat the count, Mark. He beat the count. He was up at 9, but he was standing in the red corner, and the umpire, the referee, I beg your pardon, ruled
There he
rightly that Jensen was in no
And
condition
you
to
deserve
continue.
that, boy. You worked very hard for this fight. as he hands it over to his trainer, Laurie Flanders. No doubt that will go on his bar.
Not wrong, if there's room.
And so say all of us. We'll bring Lionel Rose into the commentary. I'll just step out. I've got it. No, I'll stay in. I'll step out. I'll step out.
Oh no! No, you stay there.
As Lionel Rhodes is coming into the, making his way into the commentary.
Well, sensational finish, wasn't it? He's having a bit of trouble working him out early. He finally got it. He looked good early. I gave Jentzen the early rounds, and it was when he caught his punches up a bit. Caught him with that proof, and it was all over.
It's all over, and Lionel.
Hi, Lionel.
Lionel, just step in here for a minute. You got to be proud of this boy. He's showing a lot.
My word, he's showing everything that's been asked of him, isn't it?
Lionel, would you agree with me that he set him up with those 4 or 5 over-the-top bowler punches, shook him up, and then finished him off with a nice left uppercut?
It was a beautiful punch he hit him with. A few of those overhand right hands started to worry Jentzen a bit, and he just slipped the other one in very neatly, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Lionel, he was catching everything else Jonesy showed, and I think we had him down at winning 5 out of the 7 rounds.
That's right.
He was catching and had good defence, but once he started throwing that bowler punch, he was in a lot of trouble.
Lionel, he said that he was going to start throwing that overhand right, that bowler punch in about the 5th or 6th round, and he stuck to his game plan.
He did too. I thought this is where the fight changes. When he started to throw that right hand over the top, he started to do something, and the other fellow seemed to be expecting the right hand, and all of a sudden he put the other punch into play.
Well, Lionel, you're looking, I've commented today, you are looking in a picture of fitness at the moment. How you feeling, Lionel?
I feel $1 million, Jack.
You feel $1 million, and you're ripping my lines off too.
I wish I had it, that's all.
You're feeling $1 million, he's got $1 million.
Hey, Lionel had $1 million. What are you talking about? But it's worth $5 million.
Lionel, thanks very much for joining us for the comments, mate. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks very much.
Great to see you in Western Australia. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Lionel.
Well, comments from Lionel Rose, and he saw the fight exactly the same way that our expert commentators in Mark Jackson and Dave Dargy did. Oh, well.
Some fighting words there.
Wilf Jentzen not very happy.
Well, I'm sure. Now there's some bad blood. The corners are starting to get at each other here.
Yeah.
The corners are starting to get at each other here. That is bad blood. Of course, you can't change the decision. We're going home with a trophy, Western Australia.
The comment was from Wilf Jentzen, in case you couldn't hear it over the roar, that he would fight Tony Jones anytime he wanted, back in Victoria and in front of his home town, his home crowd, their referees, and he'd kick Tony Jones's ass.
Well, you know, it's a lot easier when you're on top, when you're coming home with your home crowd, like we mentioned at the start of the fight. And I'm sure that he's come a long way for this fight, and he's going to go home very disappointed, not losing a fight up to date. So he's learned that, and I'm sure that Wilf Jentzen will come back a better and a stronger fighter, not losing, but learning from this loss.
Those comments from Mark Jackson, commentary tonight from Mark Jackson and Dave Dargy. Just to let you know in recap that Tony Jones has successfully defended his WBC Junior Super Lightweight Championship of the World with a 7th round knockout over Victorian Wilf Jentzen in what was probably one of the greatest fights we've ever seen in Western Australia. Thanks for your company. A very good evening to you all.